What are top 5 tips that I could go change today for anti-aging?
Change your mindset to don't die.
More of a religion.
It is.
I'm being for real.
Yeah, you want to be in?
You a cult leader?
Yes.
All right, I'm in then. At least you're honest. An honest cult leader is a better one.
Why deny it?
Cheers, but don't
Sure.
die.
Jesse, I'm so glad you're in.
Dude, I am in. So when do we drink each other's blood?
Today, I'm joined by my friend, Jesse James West. He is a household name in the world of fitness and bodybuilding.
I'm a natural bodybuilder. I don't take steroids. I'm not on anything.
Also, he does some of the coolest videos on YouTube.
What are the chances of this like causing death?
Today, we're going beyond his viral moments and we're talking about why he does what he does, how he creates his own personal protocol.
The Jesse James green print is quite crazy.
Green print, okay?
Am I gonna get sued?
And what's behind his motto of staying relentless.
I say my personality is my mom. My behavior is my dad. He would always say, never half-ass anything. If you're gonna half-ass it, don't do it. That's why I hustle so much. It's just like ingrained in me.
Will there be a Jesse James West AI that is better than you? And you're like, bro.
I'm excited as hell about AI. Is there an AI Bryan? Am I talking AI Bryan right now? Yo, is he real?
He would probably do a better job. So it is, your schedule's very chaotic.
Very chaotic.
Yeah.
I would say it's either 100% chaotic or it's literally nothing. And the nothing is to recover from the chaotic. For example, I came to LA, my brain, I'm like trying to think, maybe a day and a half ago. And from 7 a.m. till midnight, pretty much each day, it's go, like 4 shoots a day. And that's, I live in Maryland. So like I come here I don't come here all the time.
Yeah.
So when I'm here, I'm like, okay, I got to get every ounce of LA out of it before I leave. So I had like this morning, my first shoot started at 7:30. Then I had a shoot at 9 till 11:30. Drove here for noon. And now it's like, what, 2 p.m.? And we're just still going. And then I got to fly home immediately after.
Yeah. Does that wear you out? At the end of the day, are you toast or are you feeling like, yeah, I feel
Honestly, when I'm doing the filming, I really don't feel toast. Like it would take a lot. Maybe I'm like just physically tired. Like, you know, my body's I've been on my feet all day and I need to sit down. But mentally, I probably can just go. I don't know why. I think I do love what I'm doing. Like I love filming and I love, it's like we're hanging out and just working at the same time. It's awesome. So I get energy from that rather than exert all my energy and like feel like mush at the end. But yeah, it takes a lot for me to be actually tired. I feel like I just genuinely have a lot of energy.
So you're high energy now. We did a great video together.
Mm-hmm.
You get on the plane, you sit down, then what? What happens?
First thing I do, probably buy Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And then I'll have music on for sure, just to kind of tune out everything I have and with the noise canceling so I'm not hearing a bunch of people. And then I'll be on social media. I'll write down random ideas. I get a lot of random ideas to come to me when I'm on planes. Like my best ideas I feel are just when I'm sitting there bored out of my mind and I just start writing random things. I've been trying to do a habit and I haven't been succeeding. I do it sometimes. I try to write down like 10 ideas a day, you know, different titles of videos, you know, maybe different, what could I do if I made a business? Like there's just random ideas like to allow my creativity to flow. And I definitely am doing a lot of that on the plane, along with just almost just kind of daydreaming of things that are going to happen and like what it could look like. Like on the way here, I'm thinking through the multiple shoots that I have and I'm almost like filming them in my head and then I go do it. It's kind of weird.
Does it feel like work to you or does it feel obligatory or when you have a moment of nothing, of zero space, do you want to fill it with that or do you feel obliged to do so?
The reason I do what I do is like, obviously I love what I do, but there was a driving force of working really hard my whole life. Like even when I was little with sports, that I definitely believe that my brain registered as working hard as self-worth. So when I'm not working and doing nothing, the only time I'm very okay with that is probably when I'm actually just spending time with my wife or friends or family. Like when I'm just with them, then my attention's on them. But if I was to just sit and like be alone, I'm probably like guilty that I'm not working or feeling like I got zoomies like a dog that needs to run around. I have to either be really tired or just hanging out with my loved ones for me to actually be okay with doing nothing.
Yeah. When is the last time you encountered nothing space?
I was on like 3 flights recently. One of the flights was only like an hour and a half and had no Wi-Fi. And that was probably the closest to nothing. And at first I was like, oh my God, dude, I need to be doing something. I'm bored. And then eventually I just kind of fell into just sitting there and just kind of daydreaming. But I definitely, whether it's subconscious or by choice, I definitely have a lot of things going on and I avoid that nothingness.
Yeah. Does it over time, does it weigh you down to have to be this busy with your schedule this tight, with every moment spoken for? So if basically, if nothingness is the enemy,
Hmm.
but then you find your play space, does that sometimes feel like it's too much?
I feel like I've had times where it's too much for sure, and I just need to, like, I want to do nothing, but then I have to kind of sit through the uncomfortability for a little. It's like going on vacation. Like I feel like any entrepreneur or someone that's just really driven understands this. You go on vacation for a week, and you want to be on vacation. You're ready. You planned everything. The first 2 days, you're kind of like it feels like
In the
you're itchy.
in-between
And you're
stage.
like uncomfortable because you're coming out of what you were just going full steam on. And I feel that even if I want to do nothing, I still have to get through that little phase, and then I'm good. Once I get to like day 3 or 4 on vacation, I actually am like, yo, I'm not going back. Like I'm
That's
chilling. I'm done working. I think I'm retiring.
Exactly.
And that's a great feeling.
Yeah. That's why I asked the question, because throughout my life, I've wondered how much I've chosen the systems I'm in and how much the systems are puppeting me. So did I really sign up for this? And am I now justifying everything I do of like, I'm doing this for this reason and this beautiful story, or am I being run by the system?
I can easily say that I definitely get run by the system.
Really?
And it's the system that I have put myself in. It's not like social media. It's like literally me. I'm the system and I get run by it but there's also like another version of me that can be ran in a healthier way. But I think I do have a very good work balance. Like that's why I say like it's a lot or it's not a lot. I try to really utilize my time. Like if I'm away from my wife and my house and my animals, I see it as, okay, if I'm away, the second I leave my house, I should be working until I get back. And yes, I'm gonna get my sleep and stuff. We know it's good.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we gotta get that good sleep. But I feel that for me, I'm like, I don't wanna be away from that comfortability and that relaxation and not utilize all of it. So that's why it's so go, go, go when I'm traveling. And I try to do kind of batch filming, because it's one thing to go and film a video. Like if I came here just for this one segment, it's not really efficient. You know, there's a few other people that are in the video. I gotta go fly to an island, fly to Florida, another LA trip, and then add it all together for one video. So it's like cost efficiency, my own brain efficiency, and like work capacity efficiency. I got to keep in mind. And that's why I stay busy. But I really do enjoy what I do. I think the only things that burn me out are the things I don't enjoy.
Like?
Which would be probably management, you know, like when I have to actually manage the team. It's one thing, like, some people are very self-efficient. You just, hey, can you get this done? That's all I got to say. But then, you know, there was times where I was hiring new editors and I have to train them because no one else can see my vision on this, like the way I see it. And it's so much, I got to do my job of filming. Plus I have another role now of training, managing, checking in on people. And I'm slowly expanding my team. Like I'm about to hire a second editor. Then I'm going to go for another probably producer, assistant producer / just like right-hand person, which I have one, but I think like doubling the size of my team, which is, I have a very small team, like 3 people. And if I can get it to like 6, I think that'd be an awesome spot to just be really efficient and like have a very proper workload.
Do you draw lessons from your parents or from others? Like who do you model your behavior off of in life?
My behavior is definitely stemming from my dad. My mom too. I say my personality is my mom. My behavior is my dad. And my mom's very lighthearted, dream big, creative, very like open spiritually to the world and the universe and accepting of energy and love. And she's literally the best. And my dad is tougher love, pushing me and my sister. I have a sister that's older than me, pushing his children to be the best version of themselves, staying on top of us to make sure we do everything correctly. His saying is, he'll text me this too after I'll be like, I'm so busy. I'm like, I'm getting crushed by work right now. And he's like, you're killing it. Keep going 3 steps ahead. Like that's like his saying is like, always stay 3 steps ahead of other people, of yourself, your work, everything. He grew up very poor. He was on welfare as a kid and like parents weren't really there for him. So he kind of just fended for himself and only figured like, if I'm going to have any life at all, I have to work my ass off. So it became very habitual to him to just be like super relentless, which is why I have it tattooed on me. It's why it's my saying to stay relentless. Seeing him work a 40-hour job as an electrician, managing electricians at a specific place. I don't know if I can say it, but he's an electrician and manager there. and then also was a landlord of 5 houses, also worked on everything on the house, always worked on the cars himself. Like trees need to be cut down in the backyard, he's the one doing it. Toilet's broken, he's the one fixing it. Mom's car's tires exploded, he's the one doing it. And he's the one putting his foot forward of doing it first, right? And he would always say, like, if you want something done right, you do it yourself, which is, it's correct, unfortunately. There's people that can do things just as well, if not better, in certain degrees, of course. But in some degree, it's somewhat true saying, if you want something right, do it yourself. But then again, it's also almost like a self-sabotaging thing that you can only get so far with that. And I've learned that through business and like my own social media and team. But he's always done things full force. And he would always say, never half-ass anything. Like, if you're going to half-ass it, don't do it. And I feel like those things as a kid, you absorb so much. And that's why I hustle so much. It's just like ingrained in me from growing up under his sort of habits.
Let's say that a 14-year-old is listening to this and they're trying to build out their models of the world. Like how do they behave? What do they pursue? How do they spend their day from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.? How would you distill life? What principles would you set out for them?
I feel like to answer this properly, I'm going to put myself in, what would I tell 14-year-old Jesse, my young self? I feel that 14's young, even like 14, 15, same sort of vibe. But I would say at that point of life, you're really establishing your interests. So I think it's about trying a lot of different things. And that's what time should be put into, like trying different sports, whether it's instruments, theater. Like one thing I wish I got into was theater as a young kid, but I was just too afraid. I thought I'd be judged and, oh, like you nerd or whatever. But I truly wanted to do this. But I would say finding your interests and exploring different, whether it's hobbies, sports, activities, entrepreneurism from a young age. Like, there's a lot of kids out there that are going to go make and sell things. When I was growing up and I was really young, I was collecting trash from the neighbors and like for money. I'd say, I'll take your trash for $1. Like I'm like 10 years old doing this. But what I realized later on is I just always had an interest in some sort of entrepreneurial background, I guess, just by nature, So I think I would tell them to be finding what they truly enjoy in their passions and to allow that to be, to allow that to lead them on a path and just try to stay like level-headed in that, where there's a lot of things when you're growing up, you can get so distracted. Girls, kids going out partying, smoking pot for the first time, like all those things. And those are all distractions. And I feel like if you can just focus on the experiences of your passion and hobbies and things that you enjoy, that will take you so much farther earlier than anything else. Where when I was 14, 15, I discovered lifting and I was like, I want to lift. I want to be on social media for this. I want to inspire people and help people. And I learned that from a young age. And I kind of I had so many other distractions that weren't my true passions that ended up leading me to a very kind of dark place in 2018 when I went to college for lacrosse. And if I would have actually listened to my own heart from a young age, maybe I wouldn't have had that happen. Now I'm grateful that happened.
What happened in the dark place?
So I was a top-ranked lacrosse player my whole life. I played out in New Jersey, played on the travel teams, played all year round, like literally every day. And this is like the whole Relentless thing of like, go, go, go. And from 15, I knew where I was going to college, fully committed, had a 90% scholarship to Lehigh University in Pennsylvania. Like it's like an almost like Ivy League school, very, very good academics, and the sports teams are really good. It's Division I. It was everything that me and my family ever thought was the right thing for me to do. But I always had this passion of fitness and social media that I just knew for a fact that I was going to do what I'm doing now. Like if someone said, if younger Jesse saw you now, would he be surprised? And I'd be like, no. Like I literally just like knew something in my brain was like, it will happen. It's just a matter of when. And when I got so deep in lacrosse, and I'm trying to do social media a little, but like it's just nearly impossible. Like I don't have time. I don't have the energy to do this. I'm doing as much as I can, but it's not enough. And I go play at college. I play at Lehigh. And I'm kind of just being shoved down this path of should rather than meant to. Like it's very much you should be doing this rather than you're meant to be doing this. And I feel like those two words have separated my decisions so much since then, where like things that you should do, okay, maybe you should do it. But like, are you really going to put all your effort in the things you should do? Or what about the things you're meant to? And I didn't know this until I started getting really, really depressed. And I've always been a really happy person. I've dealt with anxiety and stuff. Like I'm an anxious person. I feel like it's kind of why I'm all like ADHD and go, go, go. It helps me feel better that I'm moving and doing things. But growing up, definitely started getting like a little bit of depression, a little bit of like just this feeling that I'm at unease at all times. And then when I was basically playing lacrosse every day, all day is the only thing I could think about when I was at college, I started really losing like who I was and who I was meant to be. And I knew I wanted to be that, but I wasn't allowed to. And that suppression just like held me down so much. And I always compare it. I literally remember telling the coach when I was quitting, he's like, what do you feel? And I said, I feel that someone is holding me by the neck in like shallow water and I cannot get up. And it's just this like trap that I'm under and no one's touching me. I don't know how. It's so like clear that that's the exact feeling I felt. Just I could not get up. And luckily through a lot of talking to my mom and my sister, and I didn't really tell my dad any of it because I was like, he's not going to accept it, like truthfully. And he's changed so much through this experience, this whole story. But at first I was like, there's no point in telling dad. Like he's just going to say like, you'll be fine. Just suck it up. Like you can get through it. Cause that's all he knows. So when I'm feeling these terrible feelings, I'm confused in if I even want to be alive anymore. Like in my brain, I'm logically smart enough to know that I'm not going to, unalive myself or anything. Like I'm like, there's a way out. I know there's a way out. My mom's always told me when things are like this, like she'd explain experiences of her own that I need to talk to someone, that it's never that bad. And I'm trying to tell myself this, but it's hard to, you're like, logically, I know that, but I don't feel that way at all.
Yeah.
And my brain was set that if I'm here for another year doing this, I'm actually genuinely scared that I'm going to do something stupid. And maybe that's not the right word, but I'm going to do something dangerous for myself. And that scared the fuck out of me, thinking that thought of like in 6 months, I might think like that.
Triggered a change.
And I was like, I cannot have that. And that literally was like, that was the pure change. I was like, I'm not letting that happen. Like I do love life. I know I do. I normally do, but right now I don't. So I'm going to make a change. I remember breaking down crying in Target like you.
You know you didn't.
I swear to God.
No, you didn't.
I swear to God. I went to Target. It was like parents' weekend at college. And my dad was in the car still. They just saw me play a scrimmage. I had a great game. I scored a few goals. My dad thinks everything's good. I'm in the Target. I'm walking to my mom to check out. I just start crying. I can't help it. Tears start going out. And she's like, what's going on? And I just say, I'm like, I can't be here. Like, I'm so unhappy. I have no interest in girls lately. Like, just no interest in anything. And I was always chasing girls. Like that was a fun thing in life. Like when you're young, I was like, why do I have no interest? Like the only thing I had interest in was going to the gym, truly, and listening to good music. Now, anything else, you could have punched me in the fucking face and I would have been like, all right, whatever. Like I'm bleeding from the nose now, So I remember that happened. And she literally looked at me and was like, I'm going to tell your father, I don't care. Whatever you want, that's what's happening. If you want to leave, you're leaving. She saw it in my face. That was like kind of the breaking of the ice in the family. And my dad, he had no problem. He was like, okay, like this, he knew my mom was standing on business, like Justin Bieber says. You know when he said that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm joking shit, but I should. Essentially, now it's time I got to tell the coach that I'm depressed. I'm leaving. I'm not taking the scholarship. I have to transfer schools. And I never forget, I put on a song. Like it was like one of my hype gym songs.
Which one?
It was called "Raised by Wolves" by Falling in Reverse. It's like this like really like heavy guitar riff. He knows.
Yeah.
It's like and it's fast. And I was doing this to literally prepare myself to go confront my coach. Yeah. He's a great guy. Like he wasn't mad. He was very concerned. But like when you're 18 and you're literally about to alter your entire life based on literally one sentence saying I'm quitting.
Yeah, one crying session in Target. Yeah.
Yeah, and one crying. You know what it does to you?
Yeah.
It's powerful.
It's therapy.
Shout out Target.
Yeah, shout out Target.
Listen,
they lure you in and they get you to cry.
It's emotional.
It's a self-discovery system. Yeah, that red dot. It's
low
like
key something about it, bro. And yeah, I went in and I explained myself, and I was so stern. It was one of the things where I remember thinking like, you could offer me $1 million and I'm not taking it. Like I'm leaving. I don't care what you offer.
So you spoke to him.
Spoke to him.
Got it done.
I ripped the Band-Aid off. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my, like I've done hard things in my life physically, but as a choice in life as a teenager, that was the hardest thing. I'm not with my parents, no friend, no family. It's one-on-one with a 45-year-old man that's paying you $60,000 a year to go there basically. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. And that literally that exact day and experience altered my life forever, where I now know that I'm the only one that's going to make the choice to save or break me. Like it's up to us as a singular person to define your choices and take a path. What was a great learning experience from this whole thing was that there is no one path that you have to be on, and that when you step off one path, there's another one waiting for you, and there's no dead end. It's a constant new path that you're stepping on. And as a teenager learning this, like I felt like I woke up from life, and I didn't understand life fully, still don't,
Yeah.
but I was like, wow, this is different now.
So now at 25 years old, how is your mental wellness?
I honestly think about this often, and I think I have times of like either imposter syndrome sometimes because I'm constantly doing big things that are bigger than before, and I'm like I know I belong here, but this is like kind of hard to believe. So I feel like I'll deal with that a little bit. I definitely have the least amount of anxiety. I have almost no depression. I could say right now, none, zero. I have not felt depressed. It took a few years after 2018. It took till like 2020, basically until
To get out of it.
To get out of that, I felt like I had like scars, like emotional scars, and took till like 2020, and that's when my career in fitness and influencing started to take off. And I feel like when I was really doing my life pursuit that I was meant to do, I was healing myself doing that. I would say I maybe very so often have a little spike of anxiety. Most of the time it's near after having caffeine and then something negative in the business going, like a fire that I need to put out. And it's a typical, entrepreneurial anxiety of like, oh shit, we gotta fix this right now. That's where my anxiety stems really. And then outside of that, I feel like I've really built my life and surrounded myself with people that allow me to be calmer and a better version of myself. Like my wife absorbs all my anxiety and deletes it. She hits Control Delete on it, and it's just like when I'm with her, it's very calm. She's a really calm person. I'm kind of like the spontaneous, over the top one, and she's the calm one. It's a golden retriever black cat kind of thing, and she's really calm, and it's amazing. And I feel like as I've developed and gotten older, I've also just learned how to deal with anxiety. Where when I'm younger, it might have turned to anger. It might have turned to just a speaking out things I shouldn't have said or yelling at somebody. And now I'm like, okay, I'm feeling anxiety. In my head, tell myself, you are feeling anxiety. If you zoom out and you see yourself in third person, like nothing has changed. You're just feeling this internally. Accept that you're feeling it. And do something either about it or we're gonna sit in it and feel it for a little.
I had a similar cycle with my depression. Yeah, just observe it, that you are not it.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you can see it as a thing other than you. I wrote this essay, Jesse, about the end of human greatness. And in the essay, I was postulating that with AI improving at the speed as it is, and now that these AI models can basically become you. Like there's a Bryan AI model that there's enough that I've said and written that it is pretty close to being me. I can converse with it, and it's pretty similar. Like you give it a question, and it has very similar mental models, very similar branches of thought. And so we're really at this interesting time. So you just articulated where you've been from an emotional journey of how you deal with maturing, dealing with hard life circumstances. We've walked through the pressures you feel on a day-to-day basis of the intense work schedule you have, maybe the slight discomfort of nothingness and how you deal with that, but you can overcome it in vacation. We're now entering this new era of being human where it's not quite clear what the rules of the games are. Will we be working? Will we not? Will we have the same level of satisfaction? Will there be a Jesse James West AI that is better than you? And you're like, bro, you're still in my thunder. Dude, I want to be me, but like you're doing a better job. Like, and it creates better banger videos. It has better thumbnails. It's like,
dude.
Like, so do you think, where are we at in time? And like, if we're entering this phase that's moving, how do you create mental models of yourself and of the world, given that this landscape is not quite certain where it's going?
I'm excited as hell about AI. Like, I know some people are probably like, oh, it's going to be bad. We have no idea, I guess, of what could happen. But for me, it excites me because how many times have you said, I wish I could just duplicate myself and that would be my like next employee. Like, why can't I just make another Bryan?
Yeah, the assumption is that you control that version of you.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
So I think like that excites me to think that I might be able to almost expand myself in a way of whether I'm working synergistically with them, or they're doing some sort of task, or maybe they're the one, I don't know, maybe they're on screen. I don't know what the outcome will be. I think everyone's going to have to learn how to use it properly, and that's almost going to be the next courses, and that's going to be the next curriculum eventually. And because that's the thing, like people are like, oh, college is like pointless. People can just do these, not pointless, but like college is less effective because ChatGPT, and you could just write essays in seconds. And it's like, okay, when a car was made and we first learned to put gasoline in it, someone might have been like, but what if the horse and buggy can't carry people anymore? It's like, well, then you adapt. Like the horse is for something else. The horse is for horse riding, and the buggy we took the parts and made a car with. Like it's all about evolving with the game, I feel. And not knowing where the game's gonna go is crazy. But also, if someone was to say, can you think of something that doesn't exist? It's near impossible. You're like, I don't fucking know. Like it doesn't exist. I think of a color that doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. But the fact that we're gonna be unlocking things that literally don't exist is so crazy. And I love it. I that's one thing. I actually want to hire somebody that's an expert in AI and be like, I want you to either build a system within my team's workflow or teach me how to do it.
Yeah, you can just hire an AI for that.
That's what? Like
Right?
AI. Pretend you're an AI guy that I'm hiring.
There you go.
Teach me how to do this.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Do you use like a lot of AI in what you
Nonstop.
do? Nonstop.
Yeah.
Is there an AI Bryan? Am I talking AI Bryan right
Maybe.
now? Yo,
I mean,
is he real?
He would probably do a better job.
Are we gonna
Right?
have, are we gonna have
like,
AI
at this
imposter
point,
syndrome?
this AI would have run every word you've ever spoken ever, done a deep analysis on that, seen patterns that I can't see, offer up insights, questions that, right? And then like penetrated the questions in a way that would even have surprised you. Like we've danced around a few topics, like this and that. But I would imagine that it's going to be more robust. It's going to have better insights. This is the thing that I think is really on the front door. And as I think about the 14-year-old, so my son's, Talmadge, who's here, he's just turned 20, and he's now trying to decide how to model out his life. And so this is why I asked the question for you. Is like you're in the middle of it. Like you're in the middle of a societal system, jamming out content. You're doing tons of videos. You have a lot of success behind you. We were together 2 years ago. You're clearly climbing, right, and doing bigger and better things all the time. And so it's just so normally we'd say we take this and we can map out a life of like, here's how it looks.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like a curveball of where do we go? What do we do? So Jesse, over the past couple of years, I've been really hard at work building my own protocol, but I'm curious, what is your protocol for health? Like, how do you actually, what do you do?
The Jesse James green print is quite crazy.
Green print.
Green print.
Okay.
Am I gonna get sued? So it's evolved. I mean, honestly, ever since I met you, it's evolved even more. I've always been a very fitness focused person. I've always, I wake up at a very reasonable time. I've never been somebody that's like an extreme night owl.
You go to bed at what time?
I go to bed probably, I would say on average, it's between 10 to 11:30.
Yeah.
And then I'm getting up at like 8 to 9, depending on if I stay up till midnight. If I'm up till midnight, it's a little later.
What happens before 10? Are you on screens?
Yeah.
Yeah. What time's your last meal?
I try to like stop eating before 10 for sure. Like at least an hour. In a perfect world, it's 8. Like if I'm on a strict diet, it's 8. Because I actually
if you're doing a competition or something.
Yeah. I'm like I don't eat past 8 because I don't have enough calories left. I do enjoy my snacks at night. I really do.
What's your go-to move?
Let's think. I love some sort of like rice cakes are pretty fire.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with Greek yogurt. Obsessed.
Do you combine the rice cakes with the Greek yogurt?
I haven't done that yet.
Do you dip it?
No, that sounds amazing though. I put like one Truvia. Like I just make sweet and a little sweet or a little honey.
Yeah.
That's lately my like evening snack.
Is there a place in your house where you sit?
Definitely in front of the TV.
Yeah. So it's on a couch.
Couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's your posture? You're like laying down. Yeah. All right. There you go. Sit back. And where's the phone?
Probably like it's either my phone is either I chuck it over there because I'm like I don't want to have that dual stimulus is ridiculous. I'll either like throw it over there and just be like hanging out with my wife, or the show sucks and I'm like this and she's watching.
Yeah.
And then I would say that's like kind of like my night. I'll go to bed, let's say at 11 every night before bed. I've always been very strict on my skincare since I was probably 14.
Yeah.
Like even my friends, they know like I never skipped a day.
You wash your face.
I wash my face. I do. What do? I do a toner. I do hyaluronic acid. I do tretinoin just a little bit, and then I do a moisturizer.
Yeah.
And that's like my nighttime. Little glass skin.
Yeah.
my wife is it's kind of like a beauty influencer. So she has like 1 billion products that she either uses or just gives to me. I've learned through her. I used to use like snail mucin, like the Korean kind of look.
Yeah.
The Korean kind of skincare and stuff. So that's my nighttime. Then I wake up at let's say 8:15, just to be like, in the middle. Sometimes sometimes I check my phone and I get in the habit of like, is there a fire on in the business?
Yeah. Like, give me an example of a fire.
A fire would be like, video got age restricted, and I'm like, fuck me, man. Like, and and I posted it yesterday, and I'm like, it's
you missed out on all these views.
All these views are messed up. I gotta hit up my YouTube rep. I gotta go look at what it did, appeal it, try to figure it out. And it's like a whole chaotic nightmare. That's always like but I have a system now to not have that happen. And thankfully it hasn't happened in a while. But so let's just say there's no fire. The perfect morning, I'm getting up. I'd say 50% of the time to 70% of the time, depending on how good I am, no phone. Wake up, immediately take a pee, brush my teeth, mouthwash, rinse my face. I don't really wash in the morning just because I get too dry. Probably put moisturizer on. Head downstairs. In a perfect world, I know I'm doing sunscreen. I skipped a step. I was doing it for a while. I haven't in a while, but I'm gonna be honest.
Hey, there's no judgment from my side. I'm with you, man.
And then I go down. I chug a big thing of water with electrolytes just to get that hydration going.
How much sodium?
I think it's 750 milligrams.
With potassium and magnesium as
well.
Yeah,
it's by Derek.
Yeah.
More plates, more dates. You had him on your podcast.
Yeah.
And so I have that 1 pack every day. Chug that down. Then I have I basically just have Greek yogurt in the morning lately, like just probably almost a cup. It's quite a lot, but like I said, I'm addicted to Greek yogurt, man. And then from there, I will have a coffee. And then once I kind of have all that, I'll let my dog out and stuff. And then I'll most likely get into like the work that requires a lot of brain power. Depending on the phase of the year, I'll be either cold plunging and then working, or just lately, I don't cold plunge lately. But I'll get right into work, and it's most of the time the work that I do then is the creative decision making.
Mm-hmm.
Like my brain hasn't made any decisions besides waking up and brushing my teeth, so it's like I'm super fresh. I'll review videos. I'll review like maybe like the pre-shoot script of like what's coming up. I'll get back to everyone on my team, kind of like all the computer writing and decisions. Like I do that all right away because I've tried it at night and my brain is a little slower by then. By 11, in a perfect world, I'm lifting, hitting the weights.
At the gym or the house?
I have a home gym.
Yeah.
A little nicer than yours, Brian. I should.
Yeah, yeah.
But
do you have the forest?
I don't have the forest, man.
What's your vibe?
I'll give you the walls are like concrete, kind of like your bathroom, like that concrete brush look. Then we have a nice accented black wall with these like kind of like these beam lights, like little dashes. So it's kind of like slight futuristic, but very modern and minimalistic.
Yeah. S tier.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, like,
easy. That's God tier, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll hit my lift, and then honestly, it's just more work, more make some meals that are healthy, take my dog for a walk. And that's kind of that's like my chill. That's like my at home, nothing really going on that much.
Do you have a routine measurement? Do you measure biomarkers, blood, do any imaging?
Typically, I'll do like 1 blood test a year to make sure my testosterone and all is cooking. I need to get on that. I haven't in a while. I feel good though. I feel like my test is real high.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I haven't competed in bodybuilding in over 2 years, and I can promise you my test is so much higher now. Like it gets crushed, which is so unhealthy. And like bodybuilding's so unhealthy.
How low did it get?
200.
Wow.
Bro, I felt terrible.
Yeah.
But now that I haven't competed in so long, it's around 700. Like it normally, I used to compete and take a year off and then compete and repeat. And it would range about 500, but I took a full year and a half off of competing and I got all the way up to 700. That's also with eating more whole foods. I stopped eating low calorie things like low calorie syrup. It's just chemicals. It's trash. My wife is like, throws that shit out. She's like, you eat the real shit. And I'm like, honestly, because I used to be afraid of the calories.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, it's 150 calories wasted of sugar. She's like, yeah, but it's not chemicals. It's probably, it's like the organic one from the farm down the street. You know, we try to eat really healthy. We eat healthy, train a lot, work a lot. And that's like the at-home schedule. I would say I don't really have like a strict protocol on supplements yet. I do honestly do plan. I know you're sending me some, the blueprint.
Yeah.
We're going to start annihilating those things.
Good.
Hell yeah.
It's never a better time than now.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me, like the anti-aging stuff is so interesting to me. And I know I'm like technically like young to be really interested in it, but obviously I've seen what you've done. We did the video 2 years ago where you were showing me all the stuff. I tried it out. We tried some stuff today. To me, it's more interesting than bodybuilding for me. Like I feel that I will do slowly less and less bodybuilding and just maintain a nice solid aesthetic physique and be focused on pure mobility, longevity, health markers for the long term. I used to wear the Whoop a lot. They did sponsor me for a while. That was one of the main reasons I was wearing it. But the one thing it was constantly telling me that I wasn't very well recovered.
Yeah.
And I was like, but my sleep was perfect. I had 100% sleep. And then my recovery was like 70, maybe sometimes if it was 60 or below, I wouldn't work out that day.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't feel that though. Like I feel great today. Why is it telling me that I'm 60 or 65 today? I started almost feeling what the measurement was.
Yeah.
Like I would look at it in the morning and be like, oh, it's a low day. I gotta I can't do much.
Yeah, a lot of people have that. The thing is about health, about aging, is that I realize, you're 25 years old, and we have this really good system in capitalism where you have a certain amount of money in your bank account, and when you spend money, it lowers your bank account. You're like, oh, spending money lowers bank account, or making money increases bank account.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have the same kind of accounting system for age. And so we basically we look at ourselves in the mirror every day and we're like, yeah, about the same, or like, I kind of feel the same. And so we don't understand at a molecular level what's happening inside. So there's no accounting. So people spend down their life just like they spend down a bank account, and they don't realize they're spending it down. And so that's what measurement does. It's basically like a bank account where you see either the numbers, are you increasing in wealth or decreasing in wealth? When you're 25, you think, I'm 100%. Like there is no spend. Like I'm the same age and I feel the same every day. And so that's the trick is people say they think it's like too early to start, even in their teens. They think, oh, like good, I'm going to be a teenager for life.
Yeah. I think one of the crazy things that when you're young per se is you look at older people and it almost, I feel like I don't do it anymore, but I used to look at older people and it was almost as if they were a different species.
Yes.
Like you're like, oh, I'm not that species.
They're so far away from reality. Species. Exactly. You'll never be it.
But as my frontal lobe has developed, I'm like, oh my God, wait.
Yeah.
He was once me.
Exactly.
And this 80-year-old man that's like just hobbling through the street or whatever, like he was a boy. He still is there's a boy inside of him, inside of him. And it's so eye-opening. And that's when I'm like, okay, that's where health matters so much. My mom, I have a very fit family. My dad runs a ton, super healthy. My mom's jacked as hell, just like aesthetic shreds. That's where I get a lot of my genetics, I think. And I'm always on the phone, and like some of her brothers are having like some health scares and stuff, and I try to give my advice of what I think could help and whatnot. And I tell her, I'm like, at this point in your life, she's 58, I believe. I was like, at this point in your life, your health is the number one priority. Like, because she's like, I don't want to only be around for 15 more years. I want to have so many more years. I'm not ready to do it, because she's starting, it's starting to click like that her family is having health struggles, and maybe that could have a major problem, and she doesn't want to have that. And I just tell her, I'm like, just keep eating healthy, keep working on weightlifting, keep your mobility, keep all the basic things that people have always told us, like just keep doing, and make sure dad's doing it, and make sure you guys aren't just falling into the comfort, and like get your blood work done. I always am trying to, my dad got his blood work done because he was feeling like a little off during some time. And it turns out he actually had higher testosterone than me, which was crazy. But there were certain markers on him that Derek More Plates literally was giving advice on what he should take, what he shouldn't do. And he was working on his health. And I'm just like, guys, health at anyone's age should be number one.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's you're very short-sighted when you're young to think like, I'll worry about health when I need to. Like, I feel like once you get a certain age, like you have to actually put it first, or it's just steadily declining and you will just fall into comfort.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever be an 80-year-old man that actually looks 80, or you think you're going to do you think your look will stop? What is the goal with Blueprint?
Yeah, so it has been because slow down speed of aging.
Yeah.
So I age half. So 12 months pass, I age for 6 months of that. That's been the most stunning thing we've accomplished.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so I think slowing down is possible to some extent, but we can't really reverse very well. And so you can offset some damage, like you can repair some worn down ligaments, you can make your heart run better, or try to chip away at some aging damage. But generally speaking, you can't reverse age yet. So like you can't take a 47-year-old kidney or liver and like make it 19 years old. The technologies that are being built are age reversal. And so I think, in the next like 10, 20, 30 years, I think we will start reversing age of organs. I think we'll succeed first at things like liver, kidney, lungs, heart. I think the brain is going to be the toughest. So we may be very.
Oh my gosh! Everyone lives forever, but they all got like dementia.
Exactly. The brain is going to
be. Bro, that's a crazy world.
The brain's
to live
going to be
in.
tough.
We need like AI in our brain.
Yeah. But like maybe there's gonna be a twist in the discovery where the
Yeah.
brain actually is the one that is the easiest because we figure out something.
Yeah.
But I think I'm 47 now. My natural lifespan would be like 30, 40, 50 years, in that range.
Yep.
I think the discoveries that could happen to make this possible will most likely happen in that window, that time
Yeah.
window, given AI progress.
Yeah,
So
totally.
I'm pretty bullish. I don't think that I would say the biggest risk is probably societal collapse or societal catastrophe on some level.
Yeah.
Greater probability than me dying of natural causes.
Or like a second ice age.
Yeah, like,
You gotta watch out, bro.
I mean, like honestly, this is
No, I feel like that would happen before of course that would happen. You know what I mean? Like some shit like that. Do you think that this is kind of like about aliens?
yeah.
So we've excelled so far in this lifetime.
Yeah.
Whatever, let's just say from year 0 to now, or whatever the years were. It doesn't matter. Millions of years as human species. And you know how they discover like cities under these grounds and like ancient technology that's not the technology we used. Do you think that there was an entirety of a different, let's just say, human race? Let's say if we're the human race now, there was an entire one before us that got wiped out that had technology, had anti-aging, had whatever the hell it was, or part alien. Do you think that exists?
Okay, my best guess would be no. That we would have discovered some evidence in the fossil record that if we could have pieced it together. Like, are there anomalies? Like, how did the pyramids get built? Like, interesting. Like, I think one of the more like weirder things that could happen is that we figure out that an alien species actually lives on this planet right now, and they're outside our perception. That like the paranormal things that happen, where the paranormal people are like, I swear it's legit, and then there's like an entire group of people are like, that's crazy. Have you
ever had any like paranormal things happen?
Haven't.
You haven't?
No,
Okay.
but that's the
Interesting.
funniest outcome of that. Basically, all the wackos of society, who we've called wackos, they actually saw it.
They're seeing it.
And everyone else is, So that would be
I've had
a fun twist.
conversation, dude. Oh my god, you're like, oh no, that guy's he's got some problems. He's nuts.
Exactly.
He says he's seeing things. No, he's in that dimension, bro.
The funniest thing is when the sane become the insane and the insane become the sane. That would be the irony I would love to see.
Damn. Have you ever done any sort of like brain altering substances for the purpose of anti-aging or like brain discovery?
Yeah.
Because I know you posted about like mushrooms or something, or psychedelics being beneficial.
Yeah, we just did a deep dive. And so we looked at what psychedelic drugs have the strongest properties for anti-aging, and we ranked them.
Oh my god.
So yeah, it was if I remember correctly, psilocybin, ketamine, LSD, ibogaine, and then I think the ones clearly that did not have a anti-aging, actually were aging, were heroin, meth, cocaine.
Wow.
Fentanyl is not an anti-aging.
That's
drug.
an anti.
Yeah, exactly.
Anti-everything.
So yeah, we're designing now. We're looking at how to trial an anti-aging drug. So like for example, it would be interesting to do.
Gosh.
Yeah, so like do a psilocybin, go somewhere like to Mexico, set up a protocol, and then measure everything. Like do brain age, body, like just measure the entire body and say what effect does it have on the body. So we're planning that out.
That's so cool. I don't want to commit to it, but if you maybe just let me know. Let me know. I'll decide on the spot.
Do you want to go?
Maybe. That'd be a crazy experience and video.
Exactly. Then you document. I was thinking about this morning.
Oh my gosh.
Then you document the entire thing, right? So you're actually in there and you're like trying to explore it. You're also doing vital checks. So you're looking at central blood pressure and.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, and so I measured my brain on ketamine. I did the.
Really?
Yeah, I did the ketamine. I wore a Colonel's brain interface and I said like, what happens to the brain when you do ketamine?
Wow. Do you make a video about that?
Yeah.
I gotta watch that. Is it out?
It's like years ago. It's like,
oh wow.
It wasn't our recent video stuff. It was like 4 years ago.
What was the first thing that you did where you're like that triggered blueprint, basically? Like, triggered the path? Like what was the first stepping stone of your path that you're on now back in whenever? Like where you see a wrinkle and you're like, no more.
No, it was probably like, do I commit suicide or not? Yeah, it's probably like that. It's like a bifurcation of like, do you want to live or not?
Wow. You went from not wanting to live to literally wanting to live forever.
Yeah.
What do you think like changed there?
I mean, it's like I read the philosopher Albert Camus, and what an incredible intellectual force. And he just said there's no meaning to life. Like it's absolutely meaningless. And that if you reconcile with that, then the only question you have is like, what do you do? And he said, you just play. Like you just play your game. And so I thought like in that moment, the only answer is existence itself is the highest virtue. Like everything else you do after you exist is a meaning-making game of some kind of story, which is all like we just make it up. like existence is the thing. And so that's what kind of started this whole thing of like, actually, maybe we're changing from death being inevitable to not dying. And it's going to take us with us on this magical ride.
Dude, life is crazy,
Isn't
man.
it? This is like the moment we live in is it's beyond our comprehension.
Do you have any practices for just mindfulness, like being like present?
I do breath work and meditation twice a day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Morning, right when I wake up, and then before I go to bed.
Beautiful. I do this thing where I don't know what the hell I don't know where I found it. I'll be looking at somebody. I need to hone in on a thing.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm going, I like that noise, like I'm talking to myself, like conscious is going,
Yeah.
And it blocks out everything. Like, cause all your brain is thinking is, and I just look and I really lock in and I don't know. I lock in, bro. And it helps.
Yeah.
Helps wearing my glasses too.
Yeah. So you do this when you're talking to somebody.
Yeah. Like I was literally at the altar getting married, and I would do it for like a second to like lock in. And I swear to God, I've never been so present in my life. I was so fearful of getting married, and I'm always just kind of passing through things, doing things, and not always mindful, and on to the next. I had a huge fear of going through my wedding day and being like, damn, like I wasn't present. And I did a few of my and I swear, dude, I locked in and I was fucking there.
Did you write vows?
We did.
What was your vow? What'd you say in your vows?
In a summary, I stated how I truly never thought I was going to find love. Like I thought I was going to be single for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, I think it was like a self-doubt that maybe I was like deserving of an actual like love from somebody else. I just like why would someone want to be loving me? Which just kind of stems from like an insecurity or something, I guess. But so I started with that, and then I moved into how she makes me a better person because she's so empathetic and so kind. And I was saying how like, you know, you're gorgeous, but that's not the best part about you. It's about how you make everyone else around you better, and your kindness rubs off on me and reminds me to always be empathetic to other people and like really just be there for people. I made a list of promises to always give my 110% in the relationship, and to always put our future family and ourselves.
Did she tell you that that's mathematically incorrect?
What, 110%?
Yeah.
Because you can't.
Did she tell you?
She stopped me mid vows and was like,
Jesse,
"Listen, Jesse, can you
correct that?
100,
Yeah.
100."
Yeah.
But yeah, just like promising to give my all in the way that I do with everything in my life. And then I wrote something about how we're not just husband and wife, but we're soulmates, and that I'll find her in the next and the next and the next life. And you know what's crazy? She wrote nearly the same damn things. We did not read each other's. We didn't write them next to each other. We wrote them at different times. And there was a few like key points that were like probably big points for both of us that we both were on the same wavelength. So I was like, wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah. How long have you known her?
I think I could say four exact years now.
4
full years. 4 years and a little bit. Yeah, we probably will. Yeah. I think it's when we're at the point where it's like, we're just not going to not try and just.
Oh, interesting. Just let it go.
If it happens, it happens. I don't know though.
And you're icing in the sauna?
I got to start doing that.
Yeah.
After I heard that, I was like, that's I actually like, because I told you I had that like at home sauna thing, and I plan to get a wooden sauna.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I got to keep that
Have
in
you
mind.
measured your fertility markers?
I have not. It's again, one of those things that
you should do it. There's a few companies who have at-home tests.
They do?
Yeah. So it's really easy.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to go somewhere and like, bust one out real quick.
Yeah, and the rooms are like, they have magazines. And
I was going to have to ask one of the nurses, like one of the guy nurses, of
help
course.
me?
It can't be a woman because I'm married, but the guy nurses, I'm going to ask him to come help. And I feel like they'd find that weird.
Yeah. At home, you can find out like your count, motility, morphology. So it's really easy to do, but definitely know your numbers. I did a microplastics test recently. I have microplastics in my ejaculate.
What?
Yeah.
From what?
I mean, just like, like going about in the world. Like we have, all of us just have microplastics.
Do you believe in the whole, like you can't wear a certain type of underwear type thing that it lowers test?
I mean, I primarily wear cotton.
I was going to ask, like there's like a certain material people avoid, like polyester.
Polyesters, exactly. Yeah.
Shoot. I think.
Yeah. You probably want to wear cottons.
Oh, dude, my boys.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, like protect the boys.
Dude, I gotta protect them, man.
Yeah.
What are top 5 tips that I could go change today for anti-aging or just being healthier? I mean, we know sleep. No sleep. You can't. Don't give me that one.
I'd say 1, change your mindset to don't die. Like, number 1. So there's this idea right now that like when death is inevitable, we basically create a religion out of die. So you actually martyr yourselves. Like you stay up late, you eat junk food, you're willing to trade life for financial success or status or power or something like that. It's a form of martyrdom. And so the first one on don't die is like you're just trying to train your mind to be aware, like self-aware. You actively commit slow suicide and you call it, living your best life or
eating
or
pancakes.
Or like work ethic or like like what fill in your blank, but we
Yeah.
basically we glorify killing ourselves. So number one, it's like a mentality, like really shift it. And when you do that, you see everybody around you basically practicing slow boil suicide.
That's crazy.
And they're dancing. They're like, this is flourishing. And while they're doing that, they're literally shrinking their consciousness. Like when you lose hearing,
yeah.
you can't experience consciousness as fully. When your brain shrinks or your eyesight gets worse, you shrink your consciousness.
I don't like that.
It's like you're literally like reality is getting smaller. And then as it gets smaller, you're like, fuck yeah. You know, I was out there like we pounded, you know, we got drunk and then we
Yep.
did blank and you're celebrating the stuff. So one is the don't die like mindset.
Yeah.
Two
More of
is
a religion.
it is.
I'm being for real.
Yeah. You want to be in?
You a cult leader?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
All right, I'm in then. At least you're honest. An honest cult leader is a better one.
Why deny it?
Cheers. So don't die.
Jesse, I'm so glad you're in.
Dude, I am in. So when do we drink each other's blood?
That's initiation 2.
We'll get there. What's number two on the list?
Number 2 is just start with basic measurement.
Mm-hmm.
So just the intuition. So people have wearables. I know it sometimes can be a complicated relationship with wearables because they can say, you feel like this. You're like, shit, I actually feel good. But you told me I feel bad. So like I've got over that hump. Like I'm at a good place with measurement, but just intuitively understand what to measure. Like blood work is really great. Wearables are really great. Yeah, that leads you to things like icing in the sauna is bad. Otherwise, you miss these really big things in life and you're not aware of it. So measurement. 3. So this is what I was asking, what I was really trying to get at is you're a hard charging entrepreneur and you're playing social media. Like you describe your day from 7:30 to 10:30. You get on the plane, phones up, scroll, ideas are writing down, like you're doing this. That is tough. And in doing that, you're naturally exposed to these relative comparisons. Like you see someone who has more views or you see someone who and it's like a absolute clusterfuck of emotions where I know when I engage on online, it's never like I'm walking away like, I feel like a better human. I feel fucked up. Right? Like I'm exposed to like all things.
Life dysmorphia. It's like something dysmorphia. There's always something there.
And like there's like a subject, something interesting. There's something educational. There's something totally fucked up. There's something very emotionally disturbing. There's something that unsettles me. It's like, it just fucks me up. I never, ever leave social interaction feeling like I'm a better person. And I do it because I feel like I have to play the game and it sucks. I hate it. I wish social media didn't exist.
Damn. Do you like doing it? Like we're on the pod, we're talking naturally.
This is cool. I like playing the game, and I like sparring with trolls and hate. Like I like that whole game. But I really,
dude, I love the like bro Bryan that you do. That's like, you don't know what you're talking about. Go to sleep, you fuck. I fucking love that. It's so funny.
That's cool. That's good to hear.
I think it's so funny because it's like the perfect amount of humor, but you're being dead serious too. It's so good.
Okay, 3 is mental health.
Okay.
I would say 1 is realize that most everybody, like literally most everybody, is depressed and anxious and insecure and is hurting and like it's a disaster in their own mind. And they put on a pretty face and they smile and they're telling you all the great things about their life. Inside, they're in pain. And so realizing there's that disconnect between what you feel and what you think others feel. And so mental health is just, it's a lonely battle and you don't dare share with people like, I'm in pain. I hate what I'm doing. I wish I didn't have to do it. You just can't say those things. So I'm feeling trapped. Just know everybody else is also in pain and it's okay. But there's also things that of course that are increasing pain. Like corporations are basically saying, scroll my app, do infinite scroll, eat my junk food, do this thing. And they're asking you to basically sacrifice your life so they can have profit. It's such a fucked up trade. It is such a weird thing. And that comes at the cost of your mental health. Because like otherwise, if you say things like take pills or work out or sleep, whatever, no, like those are like too bland. And but those 3 things are like the pillars of life.
I don't think you need 4 or 5.
Exactly.
Those are the 3.
Those are the,
kill those.
Yeah. All right. Let me just, that's pretty impressive.
See
That's pretty impressive. Yeah. It's pretty impressive.
That, Bryan? So obviously bodybuilding, a lot of it correlates with steroids. I'm a natural bodybuilder. I don't take steroids. I'm not on anything. In terms of health and anti-aging, how negative are steroids?
Yeah, I haven't done the analysis. I know they do come at a cost. I don't know the exact numbers.
Because I feel, this is just my witnessing of, my observation. There are bodybuilders that go on steroids in their 20s.
Yeah.
And they look fucking 45.
Yeah.
And then they'll come off and literally reverse 10 years in their face. Like Larry Wheels is a prime example. Blasted gear to be the strongest guy in the world, was like 28 or something, looked 40, stopped taking hard steroids, only took tests just because his testosterone stopped working, and literally looked 28 again or like 30. And it was the craziest change, even in just his face and everything. It was wild.
Yeah, I was asking Mike Israel about this as well.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what's his experience? And like he knew that was the case, that he was paying the price, but he chose to do it.
Yeah. I mean, truly, that's one of the largest reasons I will not do it.
Yeah.
I'm like your face literally just looks 10 years older. I mean,
Yeah.
like within a year.
The bodybuilding community is pretty amazing. Right? They're hardcore experimenters.
Dude, bodybuilding is the only people that work out to be less healthy.
That's
That's
true.
that's the truth of bodybuilding.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
But it's a sacrifice that they choose to make because they love it.
I haven't spent a lot of time in that community. I would really enjoy being there. Like, I just understand, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? How do you do it? How do you learn? What's your measurement protocols? Like, I was hanging out with one of the best NFL running backs. And I was blown away at how normal his health regimen was, like
Wow.
diet and nutrition and whatever. And
Dude, a lot of those guys are not eating healthy. They're eating like,
they're not.
they're like, I have candy every night.
We had dinner together, and
It's genetics and like you're born with a skill, a gift.
and like what he put on his plate, I was like, bro, really? You like, why are you doing that? Like, you know, you're in your 20s, your peak. Like, don't do that.
I think the hardest part, as someone that I will self-claim good genetics
Yeah.
because I can eat shit and still look great, but obviously I'm intelligent enough to know like you can't do that all the time. Like maybe I'll do that once in a while, but I probably could eat 800 calories of literal dog shit a day and the rest good and look shredded and get all the likes on social media and stuff. I don't do it, but it's almost like when you have like some extra snacks one night and then the next night and the third night and you're like, dude, I look the fucking same. Like, does it really matter that much? Like
Yeah.
those questions I totally have had at some points and still do sometimes. And I'm like, that's why it's harder
Yeah.
for someone with good genetics, because you literally can eat the Oreos and shit
But
and
here's
still
the thing,
look
though.
good.
This is what I was saying. This is why measurement is so important. Is you think that's the
Yes,
case,
you're
and
right.
you can't see it, so you can't see your bank account.
You're right.
So your life bank account is going down, and you don't see it because it's happening at the end of your telomeres and in the way your cells are interacting. So it's at a site you can't see the cost.
Cellular level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why you look in the mirror like, yep,
I look
same.
good.
Yeah. Like that whole bag of Oreos like did nothing to me. That's really such a fallacy. I think in the future we'll probably have like legit bank account monitors for our health.
It's like that movie that has the minutes of the life.
Yeah, 10 minutes. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's coming. Yeah. I mean, with my stuff, I have a pretty good clock. Like, we see with pretty high fidelity what is going on a regular basis and
Yeah.
what things, like I did international travel and we measured a bunch of stuff.
Does it wreck you?
Rex.
Dude. When I saw the whole like no red eye thing, I was like, I'm done. I agree. I'm done taking red eyes.
Don't do that. And also,
kill you.
like one international flight per quarter is like a pretty good budget. Like a good,
Okay.
like, yeah, back of the envelope, because it's not just during the trip, it's 15 days afterwards. Your body is still trying to recover its architecture.
Dude, what? I mean, I feel like I can agree just on the feeling.
Yeah, exactly. Your body fully doesn't restore. You know, blood glucose is messed up, so it really has this
Wow.
compounded long-term effect.
Should you not eat on planes? I've heard Gary Brecka say that.
I don't. Yeah, I fast.
You drink water?
A lot of water.
A lot of water.
Yeah. So in fact, if you do the math, it's something like on a 10-hour flight, it's like 8 ounces per hour, something like
Do you
that.
pee a lot then?
That's the thing, right?
Dude, I have to have an aisle seat if I'm not like anywhere else on the plane. Like if I'm in the window, people literally be like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, it's going through me, bro. It's all water.
Yeah. You know, if you mineralize the liquid, it has that less of an effect. So either if you have
Like salt.
in tea or electrolyte.
Okay.
If you drink straight water and it's not as mineralized, then you will urinate more.
Okay, good to know. That's what I figured. But yeah, I'll pee like 5 times on a flight, like
Yeah.
almost
Over
every
what?
hour.
How long is the flight? An hour?
1 hour?
No. Okay. How long is the flight? Like,
If a flight's like coming to LA, like if it's like a 5-hour flight, I'm definitely peeing
one time per hour. Yeah.
I'm definitely doing like 2 to 4 times.
One thing you could do is a pee test. Like you basically fill your bladder as much as you can. So you drink as much as you can and you hold it as long as you can. And then you empty your bladder. So you get 2 data points. You get your urine flow, like what is your speed of peeing?
Yeah.
And 2, you get total bladder size.
Oh, wow.
And then those 2 things give you good baseline markers for your,
like how much you can take in and stuff?
yeah, just like, yeah, your capacity, but also it gives you
my
a
gosh.
biological age because, you know, urine
Yeah.
speed is biologically aged. So as you age,
that's crazy.
your urine stream decreases in overall
Yeah.
Cmax.
That's wild.
So yeah, if you're not Pmaxing, you know, you're not,
There's looks maxing? And then there's P maxing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're the ultimate. You're a life maxing.
Yeah. Don't die maxing. Yeah.
Don't die maxing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I read the other day that a black hole was discovered that is 300 million times the size of our sun. And so when you,
Where?
yeah, deep. Yeah. Like,
Jeez.
so if we just pause for a moment and we are sober about the insanity of our existence,
Oh, I know.
and then you start putting things in proportion of like black holes that size and galaxy that big and time this long and like all these like relative comparisons of the enormity of just our little teeny part of reality, whatever this is, and then the silliness of our existence, like the games we play and the priorities we have. It's just like it breaks.
Could you imagine wanting to live forever, bro? Come on.
Yep. So here's
I'm just kidding.
That's this to you. So this is, I think people will need to hear this. So living forever, like people hear that and they're like, don't want it. But what they don't understand is living forever and living for tomorrow is the same idea.
Mm-hmm.
So today's Thursday. You've got stuff going on tomorrow. So
I gotta be around for tomorrow.
and then Saturday comes
Gotta be around for Saturday.
and Sunday.
You're right.
That's living forever. And so people don't realize that in this moment, they literally kill the idea of not dying because their mind can't understand it. And they say, therefore, I accept death quicker than I'll accept that my mind can't understand it. We give up on existence so fast. But then also we're pretty resilient in that like when people get their back against the wall, like how hard they'll fight. So we're kind of like
the story about that one woman that took care of ALS patients.
Yes.
And then she got ALS.
Yes.
When I heard that, I was like, oh my God. Because everyone always be like, no, like take me out. Like you pull the plug, whatever it might be. Like I'm good. And then when you're there, you will fight to live.
Exactly. Nobody wants to die. And that's the thing is people think they want to die or they think they're not going to care what they feel like when they're 80 and the 80 arrives. They're like, I really care how I feel.
I met an 85-year-old today. I was filming a video at Gold's Gym, reviewing the gym. And he comes up to me and he's like, I'm 85. I'm showing that that fitness at this age like is possible to motivate people. He goes, I have no pain. He kicks the air up to the air, literally. He goes, I got no pain. I feel amazing. And I'm like,
yeah.
I feel like my first thought was like, I got to tell Bryan, this guy is out there. We love you. But like he did a full squat, no pain, crazy.
Yeah.
Bryan, thank you for having me, bro.
It was great having you.
Yes.
Like we got a good thing going, right?
Yeah.
Like we have a cycle. So
every 2 years, we got to shorten the cycle.
So yeah, exactly.
Let me know when you got not tonight. Obviously, you got the Don't Die dinner.
So if we get together in a year from now, what's going to happen? What's going to be up in Jesse?
My goal is the face markers.
Yeah.
I really want to fix those. I gotta be beautiful forever.
Yeah. And your wife, like she
would love
bring her
all
next
this stuff
time.
too. Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We'll both come to the Don't Die
Yeah.
dinner.
She'll love it. And like we have all the skin therapies.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, because it'll be good. We show her, she'll be hooked, and then it'll justify my purchases.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, she'll be like, "What the fuck are you doing?
And that's the path.
Why do we have 500K of stuff for this?" I'm like, trust me, zap yourself.
Exactly. Measure it. Yeah. See this on the screen. Measure it.
But for real, I think in a year from now, I think my goal would just be to continuously improve on the ratio of, how much healthy food versus, some snacks. Like literally, like maybe years ago it was 70%, 70-30. Next year, let's get it 80-20. I think it's not the type of thing where you just, I don't think it's the type of thing for myself to just snap and be like, I'm Bryan Johnson 2.0. But I think slowly every year, just implementing a little bit of things. Maybe I take a little bit more supplements this year. Maybe I focus on sleep a little bit. Maybe I get back on that whoop. Like I think it's just the percentages of getting better. And that's a very realistic way for someone like myself to do it.
Yeah. I loved hanging out, man. It was fun.
Dude, until the next time.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
My guy.